What is up? It's your boy, Anecdotal, and today we're going to talk about the new 2.5.2 update, which of course brings a new raid. It's called the Ancient Frozen Civilization raid, and it looks pretty cool. It introduces cold resistance, so that's that. Probably similar to a lot of the others, but the new changes, of course, is that there's a max of 5 guild raids you could have open, and you can do, that would mean 2 of the last one, 2 of the dark ones, and 1 of the nature one for me. There's also a new shop, guild raid shop, which actually is a lot better than a lot of people think. Some people think it's kind of weird and that there's no reason for it and only whales would use it, but the truth is there's a lot of new players that are mixed in with older players, and you just want to be able to trade your senior fragments because you don't want to do a lower stage for the lower level players, so the higher level players can do the same raids and it won't be as bad. The airship stuff is crazy. We can go ahead and now take, for 1,000 gems, sometimes it's not listed, but for 1,000 gems you can go ahead and get all of the experience from your previous airships and then put it onto another airship. So that's pretty insane. Like, I quickly leveled up one of my 5-star ships pretty fast by doing so. So I just got rid of all of those like 1 and 2-star ships and just put all of that in, which you notice actually wasn't that much, but it's really good. It allows you to make mistakes early on with airship mode, and you can now recycle the arrow stones that you used. As you can see here, the friendliness went up to 34k, so that's that. I'll get there, get +1 artifacts for levels, and then also get another slot once that happens. But let's go ahead and see if my guild went ahead and got some of these guys, the Frozen Ancient Civilization. You know what? Frozen. We're gonna call that the Frozen one. So it looks like we have 2, because I see 2 light blue things that look highly unfamiliar to me. So we already took out 2. For those of you that are curious, the ones that did attack are either up in the 480 plus range or just 500 plus range. So the new raid really is only applicable for those of you that are somewhere around level 500, and you know, that's just what it is. You still have your chance to go ahead and try to do the dark raid if you can beat that, or the nature raid if you can do that. So there are now 5 total raids. We got a regular one that has no resistance, we got the fire resistance one coming after, the nature coming after that, dark, and now frozen. So I know if you can't participate in this raid, you might feel like you're missing out, but you still have all these other raids to go ahead and try to conquer before you can go ahead and take this out, because this is really one of the first times that I feel like it's kind of exclusionary. But if you can go ahead as a lower level player and get into a guild that has level 500 people that can take out this raid, good, you know, good on you, and you can go ahead and start getting those. But the fact is, if you don't have any of the previous artifacts, somebody asked in a previous video, how do I get 7-star artifacts? And the way you do that is by beating guild raids and getting their fragments. Now, you don't need to do it. Your guild mates need to go ahead and take that out. And if you do, once you get all that raid for, pet all the way to 5-star, you can go ahead and do that. Make sure to gift whichever one of the people in your guild are doing the work, or whoever it is that's gifting you. Usually I just go to gift at whoever are the top 5, or I guess the last 5 to gift me. I gift them, and then you kind of see that everyone in the end ends up doing something like that, and everyone ends up equaling out on the gifts that they receive. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, it looks to me like the people that did it were at least somewhere in the 450 or up range actually, but I know for the very end you definitely need to be at least level 500 to take out the last guy. So looking at it, this is actually pretty interesting mechanics here, because they have a huge shield, and if you're unable to in the first 10 seconds take out this shield, they're gonna get some sort of a buff, it seems. So movement speed, which seems like useless, might be applicable just to get your people out and and ready to attack, but we'll see if that really is something that matters, because it seems like we also get attack speed. So between the two, which one will have... Oh, make sure to equip your frozen pet. We all have like no resistance unless you went ahead and got yourself some barbarians. Barbarians are the orc unit from the honor shop. So go ahead, pick up the orc unit, evolve it, and you'll have more frozen resistance. Like I said, if you're not in the upper 400s or at least mid 400s, I don't think this raid is for you. So focus on the dark raid or focus on the nature raid, because it's just not going to happen here. But if you are, go ahead, pick it up. You'll have some frozen resistance, and we can go ahead and take out the first raid for frozen. So obviously my lineup is going to be exactly the same, and I'm going to go ahead and get some frozen resistance because I'll need it. Now it could be that the amount is not big enough, and I could just switch back and get that 21% power from Senior Bilal, which is the first raid, and that's where you get it. If again, someone asked, where do I get senior fragments from? Once you get on the 5th raid, you can go ahead and get these senior fragments for whatever raid you're doing. So raids 1 to 4, those stages, are all the regular fragments, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, the later 8s, they give you the senior fragments. So it's not purely senior. Once you get up to 5, I think you get like 1 of each, and then 2 of some, and then 3 of all by the time you reach the end. So it's kind of like trickled down to you. So you know, you can always go ahead and try to go to the shop to get later some more fragments. Hopefully that was clear. If not, just comments and I'll let you know that the guild shop is not the waste that a lot of people seem to think it is. Like that it's for whales or that it's useless for new players. It's actually great for new players because once you join a good guild, like I said, you can exchange those senior fragments for non-senior fragments because you need those artifacts and those sets. And you know, just aim for game speed early on so you don't need to struggle to get that later. So here I'm looking at it and I feel like, you know what, maybe Bilal would be a better idea. The senior Bilal would be a better idea so that I can go ahead and get the extra attack to take this guy out. But yeah, 0% attack is decreased. So why do I need frozen? Zero reason for resistance at that point. So I don't really need it. Currently I'm already at 500 and recommended is 192. If you're wondering why is it 500, it's because I got those barbarians. I'm gonna go ahead and buy another one just cause, you know, I might need it later. Definitely if I'm gonna go ahead and try to take on the second raid, and you will not be able to get away with using or maining a pet that is not resistance specific. And this goes for every other raid as well. The fire raid, the nature raid, the dark raid. Also, we got all of these new goodies to do, so if you don't have any gems, hey, here are some gems, and you don't need to use it for barbarians. Like I said, if you're not at the appropriate level, you can use it for whatever you want. You have people that you need to evolve them. You want the gems to be able to farm more in airship mode, go ahead and do that. If you're not sure how to save up gems for the things that you need, just check out my how to save gems videos or how to use it appropriately. I forget how I phrased it, but how to be effective using gems is very important to the game, so that way when there is an update, you're not scrambling for gems and you're not scrambling for honor coins. Though I must say, it's a lot harder to maintain the right amount of honor coins for this particular game. So let's go ahead. Really want to go ahead and try this out, but people already attacked it. I kind of want to go ahead. Yeah, he used a pretty solid team. I want to go ahead and wait to fight just a lower level stage, man, because I'm up there in the 500s and they're not quite up at 500. They're somewhere in the 400s. Yeah, they're pretty down on the list here. As you can see, 522 is the max right now as the making of the video, but with skill pushing Let me tell you, man, that's nothing. That's nothing. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to rotate the screen because I already have this layout, and maybe everything's going to be all types of weird when I try twisting it. But at the very least, let's get some raids on. Like I said, this is level based. Now, if you don't understand what that means, here you go. 0 troops and Nergal, the nature raid resistance requiring a sort of pet raid. Don't need it. I can go in with 0 troops, not waste anything, and still be prepared for the frozen raid, which is the one I'm looking forward to hitting, and still take out Nergal, which is cool. Now, usually you want to save this for your other members of the guild that are lower level, where they're like maxing out to beat this, because it's always fun, man. Guild raids are always the most fun for me. This and Outland Battle is really the most fun. So just in case for Gargos, if I need something, I'll use the weakest human. What do they call infantry? I'll just get them really fast since they are tier 1 troops. And by tier 1 I mean the lowest tier. You can go ahead and you can get them really quickly. They are produced really fast for under the guild barracks, so you don't really need to worry about this. This is actually taking a little longer than I thought. If you're wondering why it's blue, it's because I play Outland Battle, and when you play Outland Battle, you get fragments of them, and you could awaken these little troops. So they're a lot stronger than they actually are if you don't have them awakened, and every fragment makes them that much stronger by percentage, so you don't need to worry. Oh, look at that. So quite a few troops quite a few bosses were taken out. So let's go ahead, let's try this boss. It's always good to see where it says according to the last rage, proportional damage or high damage, powerful attack, anything there that makes you wonder like, wow, this is really gonna destroy me. You just want to read through this and get ready to use your heal, because heal works both as immunity, as in you cannot be hurt while that's up, and of course you heal. And we get these 2 bonus stats, which are movement speed, you just run up to your boss faster, and attack speed, which like I said, I don't know why you would pick movement speed over attack speed, other than if you really don't want that boss to get that buff after the 10 seconds of them there. So right now, they're not going to do anything, and when 10 seconds hits, they'll either get a buff or they're not. So I'm going to go ahead, use the attack speed, and oh no. So look at that. I did not quite get up to destroying the shield, so they are apparently a little stronger, right? So let's see. And yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna win this one. Yeah, so they got tornadoes. That's cool. So look how close I was. Now if you saw the back, or if you just want to like go back in the video, you can go ahead and wonder if I use movement speed and my troops just ran up faster, and then I had my own attack speed and strength up, maybe I'll be able to take out that shield. Oh, he still lost. Yeah, see, here I was worried, thinking I was in danger of losing. But my guess is that the fight would have went a whole lot smoother if I just removed the shield in the beginning and he never had any sort of buff. Now, because that was such a close fight, my guess is that I'm not going to be able to win here, because bosses get progressively more difficult, which is why I didn't want to attack one of the earlier stage bosses. So there are at least 2 people, maybe 3 people now in the guild that are higher level than me. So I always want to take out someone a little bit around the middle. So since this is a new raid, I want the top 2 or 3 guys to go ahead and take it out. So let's just see if I can take out this guy here. And then in 10 seconds, oh man. Okay, so for sure, what I want to do next time is, if I have the ability, use the movement speed, and then I'll be okay. Movement speed plus attack speed and strength up to remove the shield. See how strong they are when the shield is actually broken, because they're supposed to get a buff if they don't have that shield. I mean, if they do have that shield remaining, they're supposed to get a buff. I don't know if it's percentage wise. I'll go back and read it to see for sure. But yeah, that was bad. That was bad. It looks like I needed to destroy that shield so they wouldn't be as powerful. The raid is cool, the airship stuff is cool. So this has been your boy Anecdotal, and if you like this video, make sure to like it, share with anybody from the EF community, and of course, don't forget to make yourself known and comment down below. Peace.